What's good, party people? This is Voodoo in the Woods. I'm a Courtney Woods, and he is former U of MMA champion Mayasina Lalobo, better known as Voodoo Maximus.
Let's go.
And we are here with a special guest. He is our unicorn, one half of the greatest fight that I have ever seen. Voodoo can attest to it.
Oh
But
my
Richard,
God. Thank you, guys.
Mr. LeRoy. Richard, what's going on, bro?
Same old, man. Just hanging out, watching the UNF fights,
Man, it has been a wild one. I mean, we got Ryan Lilly coming in. There he is. There he is. Yes. Literally looking the exact way when he went into the cage, coming out of the cage.
That's right.
But I mean, Richard, you've been away. You had this fight with Jalen Turner, right?
I did.
That, I mean, we speak of every time.
Every time.
And we were fortunate. We actually owe a debt of gratitude to you, not only for the blood, sweat, and tears that you put into that fight, into that training camp, but also we were able, one of the fortunate people, to be in the building when it happened.
Oh,
My
man.
goodness.
Thank you.
Thank you. So with that being said, does it stand out in your mind? Is this like kind of masterpiece?
It's definitely the fight that I get the most attention for, most notoriety. But yeah, man, I mean, Jalen's still doing good. He's number 10 in the world. So
Yeah.
That's fucking amazing.
Yeah, but I mean, so I was kind of telling you years ago, right? But in Lucha Libre, right? When there's a good match, you throw dimes and dollars in the ring. And I feel like we should be doing that to you and Jalen. Like,
Could get messy, man. Could get messy.
That is true. That is true. Getting dinged with a quarter, like, oh, what the hell? You can throw some crypto in there if that's still a thing. I don't. Yeah, but so your life aside, you've taken a step back, right?
Yeah, definitely.
What has that been like? Kind of acclimating yourself to, regular human life.
Dude, it's different. It's way different. Full-time job, got a couple kids now. Not training as much, just teaching a little bit, but I want to get back into it. Coming here tonight, and every time I come to see these fights, it gets me like inspired. So I want to get back in there when I can. So that's kind of my plan. Maybe by the end of the year, beginning of next year, something like that. So we'll see.
I'm praying to the fight gods.
I'm praying too.
Oh yes, yes, we got to do this.
I want to get in there and draw some blood.
Yeah, absolutely. So obviously, Richard, I mean, you've done so much in your career. What can you say about the support that you've gotten, not just from the fight committee, the people at home? I mean, speak to it. What would you like to thank for your career thus far?
My coaches, obviously, Crew Walter, Fernando, all my training partners. I trained a lot back in the day with Josh Aragon, Vince Pichel. Drew Sklo's been a big training partner of mine.
Drew, that's my boy.
So, all those guys, and definitely, especially right now, my folks, my family, my parents, they get me through everything, my kids now. So when I fight again, it's going to be a lot different, like back then, single life and just train, fight. That's all that mattered. So now I got kids and it's a little different. So now I think when I fight, it's going to be a little bit different motivation, So I'm excited to see how it goes. Hopefully it can happen. Hopefully it can happen soon. And, hopefully I win.
Yeah, no. I mean, if your career thus far has been a testament, you're definitely going to win. My goodness.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
I feel like every time I get in there, I'm lucky to, come out without any serious injuries. And, if I won or lost, whatever. But I hope I can get in there and do it again.
Absolutely.
Hey, man, let me tell you, man, Mr. LeRoy, you have the intangible. You got that thing that money can't buy. You got that thing that all men wish they had. You got that heart of a lion, that dog in you. You know what I mean? With that dog, man, you could do anything you want in this sport. You know what I mean? I will always be one of your number one fans. Hey, Voodoo in the Woods, we love you. Have no idea how
100%.
much we love you, bro.
Thank you.
Hey, before the show, after the show, we're always talking about you, man. You set the standard in this goddamn
the benchmark.
sport. You set the standard, and we appreciate you dearly for that, man.
Thank you.
Most definitely.
Much appreciated.
And again, if you guys haven't seen this fight, in which we're talking about, that's CXF8. You can find it. Is it 8?
I will. I'm not sure. I think
I
it's
believe
eight.
it's
Yeah,
8.
I think
Cali
it's eight.
Kings.
Yeah.
It was a whole tournament.
Kings.
Yes,
So,
100%.
So here we go. Like I got one thing I gotta ask George for.
Okay.
From UNF. We gotta put that fight on YouTube, man.
Indeed.
It's not on YouTube. All I got is some shitty 1 minute clip, that shows me getting my ass beat for 30 seconds and then I win the fight. But I want people to see the whole thing,
Also, you guys have the power to see it too. So if you want it on YouTube, go ahead and tweet at what is it? The fight? FITE.
Yeah, Fight
Yeah.
TV.
And tell them to release that
Release!
footage. Release.
Let it go.
Let it go.
Come on,
Let
I
it
want
go.
that shit.
Let it go. Be like that chicken frozen. I'm just saying, with that fight footage. But we want it. We want it. Obviously, for people to follow your career and what have you, or find you at Street Sports, what can they do to do such a thing?
Mr. LeRoy 39 on Instagram, Richard LeRoy on Facebook. I'm training people in Muay Thai, Jiu-Jitsu. I got a couple amateur MMA fighters that have fought here for the UNF. So let's get it. You want to come fight? I'm the guy. I'll get you ready for an MMA fight, boxing, Muay Thai, Jiu-Jitsu, whatever it is. I'm a black belt in Jiu-Jitsu. I got a ton of Muay Thai experience, so let's go.
Let's go. I mean, who would you rather be trained by than these guys right here?
Mr. LeRoy,
Yeah, 100%.
man, the man of the hour. Too
Yeah.
sweet to be sour.
100%. And this has been Voodoo in the Woods with Mr. Richard LeRoy.
Right.
And we are out.